We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with CEI, and CEI has actually been on a big downturn. And we're going to talk about when it started and how this started ending up becoming a downward trend, and it just became even more of a faster catalyst after yesterday's scandal. We're going to break it all down in this video, but before we jump into CEI, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities that were mentioned this morning over at the Discord by one of the members in the community, as well as the stocks I mentioned this morning, and we're going to jump right into it here with CEI stock. So the opportunities I mentioned today turned out to give realistic expectations, and there was a home run that was mentioned by one of the members in the community. And even though the S&P 500 index continues to pull downwards and struggles to get back up to all-time highs, and portfolios are sitting sideways or in the red, I will continue to look for opportunities daily. And not only that, but the community as well is actively watching what is going on, and that's what you can become part of by joining. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So VYGR and LMFA were the two stocks I was watching this morning. LMFA turned out to be our worst performer of the day, giving small jumps of 3 to 5%, and VYGR turned out to be phenomenal. Even though it wasn't a home run, it still gave us a highest point of 15% plus. We caught this one in the pre-market as things were picking up, pulled back and jumped back up for a highest point of 15% plus, and throughout the rest of the day gave jumps of 5 to 10% on its pullbacks and its runs, giving multiple opportunities of realistic expectations. Now, one of the members turned out to mention one of the stocks that was a home run earlier this week and last week, and they mentioned it today as it was picking up right around here a few minutes after the bell, about 20 minutes after the bell, and it took off to a highest point of 50% plus, pulled back down and did the same again. You gain access not only to the stocks I watch, but the community, guys. So if you want to become part of this, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and let's jump into this chart. So here we are with CEI, and CEI has continued going downwards. And as I stated earlier in the video, we're going to talk about when things started to look like there was weakness and what happened to make it start going into weakness just based off of technicals, even without the short seller report that came out yesterday, and that has continued to affect the stock's price overall. This is on the 30-minute. We're going to shift over to the 1 day, and we're going to look at everything all together. But when things started to pick up really fast after consolidating way back here in September all the way towards September 22nd was around this area. If you look here with 42 Vision, all throughout that there was strength, and that is the green bars, right? There was moments of pullbacks and it kept going up, and then it continued to pull back and go up, but hitting newer highs to the point on the 29th, it hit a high here of 485 and pulled down all the way to a low here of 289. So when things started, right, just like that, to be pulling back really fast, that's when momentum already got hit, and a lot of people didn't notice it because based off of 42 Vision, you could see here there is barely any green, and if there's any, it is dark green, right? Right there. That's it. The rest has been weakness. That is without all of this. I want you to focus in on what 42 Vision based off the charts on the 30-minute was showing. If you see the difference, this was all strength, okay? And 42 Vision, by the way, a lot of people ask what it is. It is an indicator you can gain access to by joining the 42 Vision tier level, and it is an indicator that has allowed me to be able to see the weakness in the charts and when there's strength based off specific levels that are being met on the charts overall. No matter what's going on what time frame, based off of volume, based off of weakness, strength, momentum, all of that ties in to what's going on behind the scenes, candle per candle, and 42 Vision brings out that clarity. So all of this was strength. All of this was weakness. It was fighting to come back up, and you could see it on the 30-minute. This is even without, right? I put an X here, without even the information of the short seller report. Just based off of technicals and the charts, things were heading downwards, right? And it all started here on the 29th. Well, what happened on the 29th? Well, there was fake news and posts talking about an offering, right? And the CEO comes out and states, just seeing this now, it is fake, okay? The CEO, okay, of CEI took the time to go out of his way to respond to this. He's been pretty active, by the way, and just because a CEO is active doesn't always mean that things are just going to keep on going north or things are perfectly fine. But it is nice to see a CEO taking their time to explain things. So it's going to be interesting too to see how active is the CEO going to be moving forward. Is he going to continue coming out and speaking weekly or every 2 weeks? That's going to send a signal of what's going on with the stock as well. You definitely want to be aware of that because he's been pretty active, and that was very kind of him to go out of his way to state, just seeing this now, it is fake. So what happened? Everyone saw it as a red flag, and all of a sudden, in the aftermarket hours, he actually stated that at 4:56 p.m. based off of that post, and things started to rocket again, pick back up, momentum. It tried to hold itself up, and it had been going in a downward direction regardless for the last several days. This right here, if things did not escalate to this degree here because of the fake short seller report, this could have been a pullback in a healthy fashion, right? Quote unquote healthy, because at the end of the day, it's a penny stock to possibly set up for the next bull run. But in the technicals and 42 vision, there was no green like we saw here in momentum. It was just pure red, and things were getting overextended into weakness. Like it just continued hitting a newer low and newer highs. You could see the peaks there, and things just continued downwards. So when we remove all these drawings, because I don't want it to confuse you guys, and I want us to now focus on the fake short seller report and what happened here, we are seeing this going into extreme weakness. It's going to be a very important and interesting time to be watching this if it could have what they call a dead cat bounce, or at least try to pick momentum back up with some good news, or the CEO motivating and uplifting investors and shareholders. If not, this could continue this downward trend, and we're going to look at the 1 day in just a moment. But the fake short seller report came out yesterday, and it's what created the weakness. You could see it here, why CEI shares are diving again today, and that was posted today earlier in the morning. So even more negative news and coverage on what's already been known since yesterday. So they basically claimed that the whole entire ESG clean energy technology license was a joke. They're basically making it be discredited. The CEO came out and he talked his statements as well. And he stated yesterday that he's pushing to actually better the company and work alongside the Viking Energy company that they basically have this deal with, and that they own a large percentage of, which is the one creating this ESG clean energy technology. Now, they also stated that it was never more than a penny stock, and that it's going to be one all over again. They're basically just bashing the stock, the potential, the momentum, and basically bringing that negative news to the forefront, right in front of everyone, and then also stating that they're shorting it. Now, CEI had short interest bump up in this whole entire process here as things were going higher, and it was starting to look like a short squeeze possibility candidate as well. And they were probably the ones making that short interest go higher, and they were expecting to at some point bring it back down, and they literally have destroyed it. But momentum did not get hurt here. Momentum has been hurt since way back here on the 29th and on October 1st and the 2nd and 4th. So super important to be aware of this, that the momentum got hurt here. It didn't even start here. This just made things move even quicker to the downside. And it all started with the fake information leading to a real short seller report and all the news and information that they were sharing their opinions, and the CEO has came out to correct them, but momentum has just continued downwards. So this is on the 30-minute. Let's look at the 1 day here, and it's super important to see this. 42 vision was nothing but strength since way back here at the beginning of September all the way up to this point here of the 29th and even the 30th, showing that strength up to 485, highs here of 438, and then that's the complete transition. And there's still a piece here after this red candlestick to see, and that would be a white candlestick with red borders. That is going to show that things have extremely gone into further weakness. But before we see that, we might see some more red candlesticks if this continues going down until it reaches that level, or things can kind of level off, and we're going to have to see if we see red candlesticks with green borders, meaning that there's a possible reversal, but it doesn't mean that it's going to have the same momentum that we saw before. It's going to take a lot more than just a slight reversal due to technicals or a dead cat bounce to bring this up, other than a possible short squeeze to put pressure on those shorts. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.